Hello and welcome to Mike's Garage. Before we get going, if you would please, if you haven't already, please subscribe. If you have subscribed or you're about to, by all means be sure and tap on the notification bell so we'll get notified. I'm sorry, you'll get notified every time one of our videos comes on. I don't know that that's been happening lately, but that's what we've asked for, and that's what it's supposed to be doing. Other than that, some likes would be nice too, so thank you very much. All right, we did that. Last time on our last video, we were working at mounting this wheel. Now we did get the axle in there, we did get the front brake to fit. I still have not taken the tire off and moved the rim over, and I still have not cut off and gotten this brake shackle re-welded, which I need to do. Several people said, well, Mike, if it's spaced wrong, why don't you just flip it over? Both ends are offset, so you can't just flip it over. You got to cut it off and re-weld it. That's what we're going to do. Okay, that takes care of the front brake, front end. We did all that. I did get a couple of requests in the past few days, people saying, okay, please show us how the brake linkage works. So I thought, all right, there are some things I'd like to explain about the rear brake linkage as we go. So here it is. Now, when we first started this project, one of the first things we did on the frame is I slid a brand new cross shaft into the frame. Now what that does is it moves the action from the brake pedal over to the other side of the motorcycle, because that's the side the rear brake is on. So with that cross shaft in there, and if I don't wiggle it around a lot, it's because I haven't really lubed all this stuff, because what I want to do is get every bit of grease and oil and everything off of this frame before we paint it. So right now I'm still in mock-up stages. I'm not trying to make everything function. We're getting there. Okay, the cross shaft is in, and this bracket goes on here, hangs straight down, and this is one of the lock tabs that goes on it. And I might add, any of these that you buy, you're buying a reproduction. It may fit the shaft perfectly. It may take a little persuading to get it on. A little persuading. That works very well. So there, we've got that lever is in place. And we'll just put this nut and lock tab. Will just sit here. I've got brand new ones that we'll be using in the final assembly. Now, again, moving right along, the next thing is the rod that goes from here to the rear brake. Goes inside the frame rail, slides in there. And it seems to me this was a pretty bad fit, but that's all right. We'll give it a little love tap. And a clevis pin goes in here with a washer and a cotter pin. On this end is just a washer and a cotter pin on the front end here. And that hooks it up to the brake. This is all adjustable. These parts are all brand new replacements. This is a new rod. This is a new clevis. Okay, let's go over the other side and see how much damage we can do over there. I think I got myself wound up in the mic cord, which will make some more conversation. Okay. The next thing is we need the lever that goes on this side. And once this lever is on, and you'll notice there's two holes here, and here is a brand new lock tab, and here's a brand new nut. Again, I don't want to use this stuff up before we do the final assembly. Now, the extra hole in this lever is for a sidecar brake. Harley's sidecars have their own brakes. So, of course, this would be a mechanical brake, and this does actuate it from here. Then we get to this rod, clevis here, pin, the whole works, and then we get up here to the brake pedal. Now, this is not the right rod. I've tried a bunch of different ones I think that's a shifter rod. This one's a shifter rod. This appears to be a proper brake rod, but I don't like to put these on until I'm all done. The motor's in, the exhaust system is in, and then this one, to really make it pretty, you've got to shape it around the exhaust pipe. You get that all shaped around the exhaust pipe, it makes a really, really neat setup. And then the last step is this. There's a spacer goes right here, this hole on the frame. And this little bracket here goes out here. And this is the rod and the spring. And that's your brake light switch. I'll probably put a brand new one on, but I pulled this one out of the drawer just to show what they look like. And that's the way I do it. So there it is. We have now explained the brake linkage. Of course, it's all adjustable. We'll be rebuilding that rear brake. And I'm just looking at all of this. I've got that shackle to do. I'd really like to do a headlight bracket of some sort to go with my big brass headlight, and I'd really like to get that rear brake rebuilt. If I can get those things done, and then I'll rough in that rear fender. I will let the body man finish it, but I think I'll do the rough work on it to get it ready to go. I get those things done, then we can set the motor in. Once the motor is in, we can get the gas tanks fitted and the exhaust system brackets and all that done up. So for now, I think that's about it. So, like I said, next thing, I'm not sure where we're going to go. Probably that brake shackle. So until then, see you out on the road.